And Tony, you were out there walking on the wing and
yes,
stuff.
Sir.
And can you tell me a little bit more about that experience?
This is just something Dave and I, we do it every year, or do it all week, all summer long during the weekends. And I couldn't find a better pilot. And my dad trained me how to do this. I've been doing it now for 17 years, and Dave and I have been together 15 of those years. So,
what was your dad's first name?
Johnny.
Okay.
And he's the one that actually brought wing walking back in the 50s. And nobody had been doing it since the 20s and 30s, and he brought it back in the 50s. And just stepped in and took over when he retired. He was with Dave for 10 years, and then he retired with Dave, and then I took over.
Where are you guys out of?
Harvard, Illinois.
Not that far away.
Not very, no. 41 miles by air. Yeah.
So, you did a lot of pretty wild things. I didn't expect you to be out on the wing when the plane was upside down.
Yeah, I take off and land all on the bottom wing and then get up on top and do all that. There is no front cockpit, as you can see on this airplane. There's only one cockpit for him. Other than that, I have to be on the outside of it at all times.
So you climb around on the...
Yeah, I start on the bottom, then I'll climb up top and do my stuff up top, and then I'll climb back down, because the safest place to take off and land on this plane is between the wings for a wing walker.
But when you're upside down, though, weren't you up on top of the top wing?
I was.
Okay.
And yeah, it's what I love to do.
Do you just hang on when it's upside down?
I have to wear a waist belt during the aerobatics. But when I'm climbing around, I didn't stand on my head today. It was a little too bumpy to do my headstand today. But with the headstand and all that stuff, it's all free. There's no cable, no parachute, no hidden wire anywhere. It's all just hanging on.
Do people ever ask you if you're crazy, or?
That's the number one question, and he can answer it better than anybody.
Well, of course you got to be crazy. Yeah, we get that a lot. People ask him, well, you got to be crazy to do that? And they say, well, yeah.
Can you tell me more about what it's like being a pilot for him?
Well, I'll tell you what, the first few times we do it, you're sitting there and you're just, you're thinking too much about the passenger, the wing walker. And now, after all these years, Tony does his thing, and I make sure the airplane stays under him, and we both know exactly what's happening at all times. That what's happening next. When Tony, before he moves, he looks at me and we nod, and he knows when it's time to do something. Today he looked at me and he had his head no, and I was already shaking my head no, because I knew I was having too hard time keeping the airplane steady. When he does the headstand, there's absolutely nothing holding him on the airplane other than gravity. And on a day like today where we're getting a lot of the choppiness, it just no way. I don't care if there's 10 million people here, we're not doing it on a day like today.
Sure.
And sometimes I would say one out of maybe 25 times that we don't do it,
right.
But normally, but on a day too when there was very few people here today, so we take that in consideration. Why take the risk? You got to have risk management here,
Oh, definitely.
And today, everything, the air was kind of dead today. I was kind of surprised. I thought it would be a little bit cooler. It might be where today when we, I don't know if you saw the loop, we get upside down in the loop. You can always tell if the air is good because we get upside down here and the airplane starts settling on us when it comes upside down and it comes around. It wasn't bad today, but it was settling a little bit, so I knew that. And then, all of a sudden, you're at... all of a sudden you go through the 1,000 feet, and then you're coming down, you're doing 600, and the ground's coming at you pretty fast, and the old pucker factor starts, and you got plenty of room, but every time you're sitting there go, okay, come on.
And you used to pilot for his dad, too?
Yep, sure was, for probably 10 or 11 years, yeah. Yeah, that was his last wing walk, or his last pilot. We worked together. His dad was one of the original. Like I said, he was one of the pioneers, and Mr. Show Business when I come to air shows, and he did, I don't know if you remember the movie The Great Waldo Pepper.
Yes, I do.
He did all the wing walking and plane-to-plane transfer and hung on it going through barns, and
That was my dad.
Yeah, that was his dad. We used to do motorcycle crashes with him. That was when I was just his little helper. I'd be the one helping make the firewall and light the fire, and he'd drive through it and he'd get all the glory. Tony gets all the glory of this stuff.
That was Robert Redford, right?
Right.
Yeah, he's got to be your favorite actor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but my dad, I'll never forget it, when he came home from making that movie, they had done a rubberized face to make it kind of look like Robert Redford, and it was just so amazing because I could take it to school and put it on and say, I'm Robert Redford.
Do you still have that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
145 miles an hour, the nose comes up. The wings go around. Curl those toes, Tony. Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Kazian in the 4-point Wingwalker roll. Straight up right there. He's all that up. He kicks in that rudder, executes a hammerhead turn. Airspeed winds up, altimeter winds down, and the runway gets real big. Stage right. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Dacy and Tony Kazian. Now as you watch Dave reposition out.